More than a year after a Target 8 investigation prompted changes to the state sex offender registry, we're putting the new system to the test.
State lawmakers pledged to make it easier for you to pick out the predators, the real threats, by creating a tier system.
Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker hit the street to make sure the state delivered on that promise.
What did he actually do? Oh, yuck. Sexually abusive material in possession. So he was in possession of child pornography? Is that what that means?
That's what that looks like. Yeah.
Okay. So would that be like the worst thing you could be on this list for then, or?
Not even close.
So tier 1 doesn't tell me whether he's the worst or the least.
Right. So, can you pick out the predators on the Michigan State Police Sex Offender Registry? Target 8 recently tested some computer-savvy customers at a Grand Rapids coffee shop.
Yes, we need your zip code.
Okay.
These women have used the list before. One as a social worker, the other to protect her kids. They click on the first face that pops up in 49503, a zip code covering downtown Grand Rapids. In this case, does it look like it would be the most dangerous or the least dangerous sex offender list?
Well, it says attempted, so maybe that's the lower.
So it seems like tier 3 would be the lowest.
Right.
Okay. Because it's actually the worst. And we tested a local crime prevention organizer.
Can you tell who the worst, who the real predators are and who aren't the real predators on this?
It seems to be vague.
A Target 8 investigation last year exposed a sex registry that lumped together all the state's 47,000 offenders, from serial rapists to teens who had consensual sex. It helped lead to a law that now separates them into 3 tiers.
Tier 3 will be the dangerous predators.
Tier 3, the worst.
Mr. Sanders?
Includes men like Philip Sanders, who raped at least 3 young women in 1987. That was a few years after being paroled for killing a door-to-door salesman in a robbery. Details Target 8 found in court records and old news stories.
They put you as a tier 3, and a whole bunch of people as tier 3s. Basically, in the tier 3 is supposed to be...
Why you putting me on that? I don't want to be on your camera.
Well...
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say to y'all.
We reached one of Sanders' rape victims. She calls him dangerous and says he belongs on the list, though she'd rather see his name in an obituary. But there is nothing on the registry that actually says that tier 3 is the most dangerous. You have to figure that out for yourself.
I shouldn't have to search for who is a predator. I should be able to just look and know. The problem with the system is it's a state website, so it's efficient for them. It's not efficient for us.
It's a lot easier in states like Florida, Illinois, and Indiana, all with top-rated lists. They label the predators or the sexually dangerous.
It'd be nice if there was a description somewhere on the site, and maybe there is, I don't know, but a description of tier 1 equals this, tier 2 equals, you know.
Turns out there is, but good luck finding it.
Let's see, MSP Sex Offender Registry.
We asked Senator Rick Jones to find those definitions on the state police website. He had helped rewrite the sex offender law to make it clearer.
I don't see anything here right off the top. I don't see anything there clearly. There may be something.
There's a frequently asked questions page that can explain a lot of that. The word tier isn't in any of the questions, but it is, and what should I know about offenders? I believe it's answer number 16 is it will explain the tier levels and what
the trooper who oversees sex offender enforcement admits the list could use some tweaks.
Is that easy enough for the general public to try to figure out?
It may not be. It may not be. And like I said, if they have suggestions, and we're willing to take those suggestions and make changes, so it is useful for the public.
Ken Kolker reporting. Tonight on 24-Hour News 8 at 11, Target 8 finds that nearly 3 of every 4 sex offenders on Michigan's registry are considered the worst of the worst, the so-called dangerous predators. And that's leading some critics to question that list.